Australia is a country with only 27 million people, but it was once home to over 400 million rabbits. But people don't just automatically think of Australia when talking about this animal. You'll be surprised to learn that China consumes over 300 million rabbits annually. China's major rabbit farming regions, which include breeding facilities and vegetable fields for rabbits, are concentrated in the provinces of Fujian, Henan, and Sichuan. These are the world's largest rabbit meat producing centres, with an annual output of nearly 457,000 tonnes. However, rabbits are also raised in more rudimentary barns constructed with soil floors and sturdy brick walls to provide shelter from the harsh winds. In well-established farming complexes, rabbits are often housed in cages like this. A typical meat rabbit farm in China usually has at least 100 rabbits because they breed pretty fast. When pregnant, rabbits are housed in isolated enclosures crafted from either bamboo or metal wire mesh. This is for easy monitoring during pregnancy. Otherwise, they would give birth in a burrow like this. Regardless of the type of cage, rabbit farms need to ensure good ventilation, cleanliness, and temperatures that are not too hot for optimal rabbit growth. Popular breeds for meat production in China today are the California White and the New Zealand White. Most rabbits can become pregnant as early as 4 to 5 months of age. Some farms conceive rabbits by artificial methods, while the remaining farms conceive naturally. The gestation period for rabbits is around 30 days. On average, each litter produces 6 to 8 rabbits, and they can give birth to up to 6 litters per year. For the first 30 days, the baby rabbits are fed on their mother's milk. Afterwards, they are separated by sex and placed in individual cages. 70% of the male rabbits are raised for meat, while the females are raised for continued breeding. In the 30 to 90 day age group, farmers start to teach the rabbits to eat vegetables. After 70 days of age, the rabbits are supplemented with foods that are easy to accumulate fat. The fattening phase is from 90 to 120 days of age. To foster robust muscular development, rabbits in this phase are nourished with a diet rich in high-starch components, such as corn and rice, combined with fresh vegetables and pellets. Rabbits grow rapidly and reach ideal slaughter age from 3 to 5 months with a weight of 4.4 to 11 pounds. As a secondary revenue stream, farmers also collect rabbit manure through the rearing process and sell it as an organic fertilizer to nearby vegetable farms. Nutritional analysis indicates that rabbit meat surpasses other livestock and poultry in protein content while having the lowest fat percentage among all meat varieties. Consequently, rabbit meat has witnessed a surge in popularity within the Chinese market, with 62% of the global rabbit meat consumption being China. Have you ever savoured the delicate flavour of rabbit meat? Let's see how whole rabbits are processed into the delectable cuts we enjoy. After arriving at the factory, workers cut their throats and hang them up on a conveyor belt. Subsequently, the rabbits will undergo a swift process of skinning and evisceration. This group of workers can efficiently process 20,000 rabbits in a single day. After that, the rabbit meat is washed, cut into the required sizes, and then finally packaged and transported for consumption. On the streets of China, rabbit meat is processed into countless delicious dishes. You can see how much they favour and become creative with rabbit meat. China produces 460,000 tons of rabbit meat annually, but consumes up to 925,000 tons. A simple calculation shows that China is short of 468,000 tons of meat, equivalent to around 232 million rabbits each year. Many people think that this can be supplemented by increasing production or importing rabbits. It's a fascinating contrast that while rabbits are a delicious and nutritious food in China, they are considered a plague in Australia. Currently, 200 million wild rabbits are devouring pastures and crops, reducing crop yields and competing with native wildlife. This invasive species threatens about 300 species of plants and animals, causing around $200 million in damage to agriculture each year. Despite numerous eradication efforts, the rabbit's rapid reproduction rate and the lack of a strong predator in the population have made them a persistent problem to this day. If it were possible to transport these rabbits from Australia to China, perhaps the Australian government would no longer have to worry. Moreover, the Chinese-Australian community has experienced substantial growth, with the population now comprising 5.5% of the total Australian population, or approximately 1.4 million individuals. Perhaps it's time for the wild rabbit here to encounter their true enemies. But rabbits are not just a delicious food. Rabbit fur, especially from the Angora breed originating from Turkey, is high-quality commodity in France and the United States. China produces 5 to 6 million pounds of Angora wool annually for the commercial market. These adorable rabbits weigh around 4.4 to 7.5 pounds, with long silky fur covering their faces, feet, and even the tops of their ears. When raising this breed, it's necessary to harvest their fur regularly. Experienced breeders monitor signs to harvest the old fur before it sheds. Some Angora breeds shed less. In these cases, the rabbit's fur is carefully clipped. Angora rabbits can yield up to 2.2 pounds of fur each year, with a lifespan of 11 years. After being collected, Angora wool is sorted to remove coarse, poor quality fibres. The wool can also be sorted based on softness. Then the wool is pulled directly from the rabbit's raw fibre, also known as spinning from the cloud. And this is how modern machinery does it. The worker gently wraps the fibre around a knot to form a neat bundle. Additionally, Rex rabbits are widely raised in China for their fur. They can be made into unique wallets, bags, and clothing.